Oh, the one we tried to look at yesterday and couldn't. We can at least take a peek at here. 2TC 8G3. See, this could have been the one to save the day yesterday, too. I thought about it after, and I messaged him that the code was bad, and it looks like they re-uploaded it. So this should be valid code now. Someone new in the Discord named A Bundle of Absurdity. Title of the level is Mario Reinstalls Nor VPN. Fish, puzzle solving. Let's take a peek. I picked it up and tried to bite it and got it all over my face and all over my hands. And yeah, I've been there. Welcome back, Box. You didn't miss anything. That setup felt really, 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 really bad until it made me look at the one up I can't have. I like that. None of it went into your face, only on your face. In there. Do I have to do that awkward jump every time? Oh, I do. I absolutely do. Okay, it's not that bad. It feels like it might be awkward. Yeah, as long as we're in it, we should be able to stick around, I think. Yeah. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, okay. It looks like it's gonna be bad. I could see it being bad for some people, and I feel like maybe lifting the spike up a tiny bit if you can. So that you can put a block under the spike, or so that it's a little easier to jump close to the spike. I feel like that's right on the edge of being difficult. But I'm also not having any problems with it at all. But I would pay attention to that. If you see other people saying that that's too close, listen. Okay, now I have it. Well, I guess, yeah, there wasn't any other way for me to go, so that makes sense. Yeah, to look up there. Take damage now? I feel like take damage is so obvious. Yeah. Oh, don't softlock the player. Yeah, I'm guessing the thought here was, well, I don't want to make it obvious that the player can take damage on the way there or whatever. And then get through it. But that's when you put a boo block somewhere. Or something. Maybe don't block this. Maybe don't block the whole thing. Where's the scribbler? Maybe remove this block so you can put a question mark block here with a boo in it. So there's no way for the player to take damage before getting there. But yeah, don't softlock. It's already better than my experience yesterday. It doesn't say much, but I'm gonna be mad about that for a while. Also gonna be annoying if we have to run back for the damage there. Yeah, okay. I definitely can see that being annoying. I would try to figure out a better way to do that lets you set up the same gag without potentially... Now we're on it. Potentially pranking the player over and over. There's a really horrible YouTube song of somebody who did lyrics to this song where he's talking about driving and masturbating the whole time. And I had not heard it a million years ago. I stumbled onto it by accident. I don't even remember what the context was, but now I can't ever hear this song without thinking of that horrible song. Really horrible. Pretty sure if you Google Mario 3 masturbating, you'll find it right away. I'm not going to play it on stream, because it's very graphic. Yeah. I see what you're setting up here. Kind of wish that spike was a little further out. I feel like stretch out a little bit. If there's no more room in the level, maybe you have too much in the level. I guess we'll see. But try to give things more room to breathe. Alright. Oh. The darkness dashes my hopes a little bit. Yeah, yesterday I stopped after stream. Usually the first thing I do is start uploading stuff, and then I start sending feedback to people. Yeah, usually some people surge into versus right when the maintenance starts. Because it usually takes them a minute to get you kicked out. Okay. Yeah, let stuff breathe. If you're gonna do darkness, excessively light absolutely every part of the thing, because if you don't, it doesn't feel like I really have options. It feels like I'm just falling forward into trolls until I learn what the next thing to do is. And then it's not going to feel like a troll level. It's going to say 10k bits. Wait, how much is 10k bits in money? Is that $10? No, wait, that's $100? Yeah, I'll play a vulgar song for $100. I don't think it's vulgar enough to get me banned. I'm pretty sure it's not. You have it in tour sound alerts? Oh, do I? That's awesome. Oh man, I'm pretty funny. I'm guessing it must have already been in there. Maybe I uploaded it. Yeah, maybe I uploaded it. Maybe I was looking for sound effects and that's how I found it. And it cracked me up. Yeah, that makes sense. So I must have determined at the time that it wasn't too vulgar to have as long as I had the whatever vulgarity labels. Even if I wear this, oh wait, hang on, I might have a little cheese here. Yeah, I think I can keep that. Oh, but it won't hit the thing anyway. We still need that to get it. Okay. Ignore me. Yeah, that's funny. So then that also means that people have probably accidentally clicked on it and listened to it. That's the only reason the stupid baby shark thing is in there. Because somebody will be like, oh, this is probably like Megalovania or something stupid, and then it's in their head. They can't get it out without a bullet. Yeah. Finicky. When you're using darkness to hide things from the player, it has a tendency to boil everything down almost to just pick a path. So the comedy of the setup is lost, and instead it is just sniper swamps and pick a path with additional set dressing. And if you think about it too much, a lot of troll levels do kind of boil down to that, but in a way that the player's decision making is specifically what you're punishing, so the player feels like they made the wrong choice, whereas this type of setup and this does nothing, right? Yeah, that's just there to be a prank, I guess. Okay. When you're sending the player into the darkness like that, where they can't really figure out what you expect of them until they fall for it once, that doesn't feel like I made the wrong choice. That feels like I am being subjected to an iterative series of bad things over and over and over again, just to see what the right thing to do is, which is not fun. Yeah. Yeah, the more I look at this, too, I said it the first time coming through that it felt too dense, right? That it felt way too dense, but the more times I come in there, it's actually very difficult to perform that section correctly, we did it by accident the first couple of times, and then muscle memory, just repeating those actions served us well. That's too much stuff in one place. This is annoying too. Oh, God. I am concerned at this point. Wow, the time is 4:20. I'm concerned at this point that this is gonna stretch on way too long. That we're gonna discover pretty quick here that you have everything so tight because you wanted to get 4 troll levels crammed into one tiny little troll level. We can go back and look at this. No one is gonna do an anti-soft lock. Generally, before a checkpoint, they're just gonna start over. So maybe not worth the effort. It's not that difficult, but why spend the effort? From my perspective, I'm generally cautious about anti-soft locks anyway, from them being horrible, that assuming they're going to be horrible, that there's going to be more and they're going to be increasingly horrible. But even if somebody wasn't, I still feel like that's a really early point to like show them like, oh yeah, I'm going to try to put anti-soft locks instead of just killing you. It feels like you're missing it. You're kind of missing the concept here. The other problem with really tight areas like this, especially, oh, fuck off, that are difficult and annoying to execute, is that it feels like you make no progress. We've spent an enormous amount of time fucking it up in the first room here. And one of the like key things that you want is once the player knows what to do, it should be like endless, easy, unbelievably just baby town, super simple level if you know exactly what to do. It should never be difficult to execute. It should never be tough to do anything right. And occasionally a really interesting or clever setup will require things to be a little bit more difficult to execute. None of this is that. This is just too much, too dense, in too small an area that is giving the player, that's just making something claustrophobic for no reason. This is just pick a path. Neither one of these is more attractive than the other. Neither one looks more obviously correct or incorrect. To look at the 30 coin or to look at these arrows for no reason. So little of it is lit up that it's difficult to tell where I'm supposed to do anything here. This weird pit I fall into and apparently have to hold right into does not feel nice. And even worse, I'm almost certain that it's not hold right, it's tap right to get just to the other side because you're going to get bounced if you go too far to the right. And that type of crawling through a level by millimeters instead of by feet, fuck you, ruins the experience. Brings my frustration up to the point where even if you start having really good gags, like even if it starts really coming together, I'm not going to be able to access it. I'm only going to be like, oh, good. At least that didn't piss me off. Instead of like, that's pretty funny. And that is your job. You have to manage player frustration. That is an explicit part of what you should be doing here. Nope, he breaks through. Even worse. Okay, so it is probably hold right to a point before we get bonked or something. But yeah, now I'm overthinking my decision making because you don't have a good like language that you're using here. It doesn't feel purposeful or pointed towards something. It just feels like something you'd run into an endless loop pit. Oh my god, look, I got bounced. At least the checkpoint isn't as deep as I was figuring it was going to be. I did not see a clear visual reference for where the jump prank was. See, it's too tight, so I was trying to let off early because I don't have a lot of room, and I've accidentally slid into it a couple of times. Which, again, doesn't feel like my fault. It feels like your fault. It feels like you made it really tight, so now I'm trying to just really carefully not shit the bed, and because it's so tight, I'm just accidentally, you know, hitting the sides, buzzing the... What was that guy called? The little operation guy where you touch the wrong thing and it buzzes? Actually, I think we could kick it... No, even if we kick it the other way, we still have to jump over it like that. I will say, compared to some of the other things recently plopped into the library and in playtesting requests, this significantly more resembles a troll level than some of those levels did. But it kind of... Not quite the cargo cult thing. It resembles it a lot more than... Doesn't get hit fast enough either. So we have to make that jump separate from jumping up to the top. We played some really good troll levels today. None of them were this one. They existed. They were real. We enjoyed them. It's all uphill from this one. Like, you could lose half of that. We don't need a spike ball to follow the player. You already have, like, a double back shell and a whole bunch of other threats. Your goal in a troll level is not to threaten and make it difficult setups for the player. Your goal in a troll level is to make intellectually difficult setups for the player, then make it hard for the player to make a decision. And then you either punish the decision, or you punish them taking too long to make the decision. I would say that is the absolute candy core of of everything in the level. Everything about this is so absolutely fucked. But here, I don't really feel like we're getting a lot of opportunities to make a decision. Like, the decision here is, should I do it or not? And even when we were in a better mood and looking at it right away, we decided that it was too obvious to ditch the shellnet, and I proceeded with it, and then, you know, you got me. That's the decision-making that you're trying to set up. Then we have this, which is, you have to really awkwardly stop and slide, but then stop and slide right away, but don't jump in the wrong place or you'll hit the ball at the wrong point, and then you have to really carefully kick the shell, and then you have to jump over the shell, and then you have to make sure you dodge the shell on the way back, and make sure that you don't get hit by the other spike ball that comes rolling as the rest of the thing to go through gets set up in this, like, 3x3 block area, and it just feels bad. None of those are decisions. All of those are just things that happen to me. I will continue to insult the level based on that redemption. Oh, really hate that. I really hate that ball there. And we barely have enough room to even get a run-up for that jump that we need a little bit of a run for. And then for some reason you put a spike ball on the other side. That whole thing is super awkward, and for no reason. And then actually doing that correctly fucking sucks, because the Thwomp hits it too. You don't even bother to set up like a POW getting hit or something to get rid of the Thwomp, so we just suffer. In the dark that we can't see. Yeah, you need to light up more of the level. If you're using darkness for obfuscating any of the level, for the love of God. Let's see if we can get some cats to get these cat treats here. A couple. I don't hear anybody, though. Oh, maybe they're cooking. Heidi has friends over, they might be cooking. And then the cats will beg at the window. Yeah, I mean, at least the distance to the first checkpoint isn't too long. That's nice. That's how it's supposed to play out. But, like, all of this should be easy once I know this is here. There's no way in which that plays out. There's tons of dead space where I can't tell what's happening here. You could, at the very least, bury some arrows to give the player, an idea what they're looking at beyond the POWs. Try and light up more of it. If you're using darkness, do not have the entire level be dark. Do not use darkness to hide death. Use darkness only to hide mechanisms you don't want the player to see, or in clever ways that allow you to manipulate darkness to set up interesting things or flash in and out like contraptions, that kind of thing. Do not use them because you want to hide things from the player. That is wrong. That is so exceptionally wrong. It's Timmy shit. I don't know how you get this far into make control levels and not understanding that it's Timmy shit, but it's Timmy shit. It's amateur hour. No, not much progress. We made it to the first checkpoint. But basically, imagine Slider playing forever. Imagine a boot with a Bluetooth speaker in it playing Slider, stamping on the human face forever. You really set up a sniper thwomp on the other side of your Hammer Bro snipe? I was gonna say the Hammer Bro snipe of the, like, punish for patience is funny, but the Hammer Bro covers everything. So you are never, ever, ever trying to build something that targets the player. You are trying to cover the spread in 100% of cases. That's a huge mistake. Do not do that. You need to try and figure out what decision players will often make, not cover every potential decision the player could always make. Because again, then it doesn't feel like my decision making is being punished. It feels like I can only get every punishment before learning how to proceed. I knew it. I could see the one way back there. But I thought it was going to be something with the muncher, or with the donut, so I wanted to just touch it and see what happened. Oh yeah, fish first. Yeah, every single one covered. The problem with doing that too is you create complicated order of operations, like setups that the player has to then carefully work through. Weird secret mushroom. That hint is terrible. I found the mushroom by accident, and that hint is still baffling. It took me a second to figure it out. Yeah, fuck you. Is it rude? Is it rude to say fuck you this much in a video you're gonna send to somebody? I need to figure out if people are a minor before well, after how angry I was yesterday, I feel like on one hand the other shoe's gonna drop and it's gonna be absolutely unbelievably bad, but the other shoe I think was the dark area. But then I also feel like it's almost a troll level. They're going so hard at it that they missed everything. What in the fuck is that hint? Touch it and jump over to some one-ways? What? What blue skull platform? Oh, it's not a hint. It's setting up some terrible ante. Oh, God. Yeah, see, you could kind of... You knew it was coming. We knew it was coming with the first stupid ante. Oh, God. Yeah. I am not going to solve this ante. In general, I'm often unwilling to solve an ante that has no iota of fun whatsoever. It's a terrible thing to do. I feel like some of the gut stuff kind of did it. Like, people got this idea that, like, being as brutal as possible as a punishment is a adds like hype and anxiety and all that. I don't know. Some people got the wrong idea. But then this type of thing where the anti-soft lock is just miserable like that, if you want to make a miserable anti-soft lock to be considerate in general to people who do want to play troll levels, which isn't that many people overall, but we're out there. We exist. There's dozens of us. Do a goddamn mercy mechanic. Really, reread the guide. Reread the guide. Play other people's troll levels, and then pay attention to what makes you laugh and what feels clever or interesting, and then try to channel that into levels that you're making. This absolutely misses every point. Yeah. I know, I'm sure you meant this is wasting the player's time, like that stupid setup for all those skull platforms, but the whole level feels like it's constantly wasting the player's time. Everything needs to breathe. I didn't even... Oh god, I hope the boo got in there. I hope he got the boo!